Wednesday, March the 16th, 2022. I am James. You are you. We are here for another milestone in a long list of milestone episodes. Sure, we do the Christmases, the Halloweens, the birthdays, the 200s, the 300s, the 350s. But tonight we celebrate a birthday of some sort. It is an anniversary. It is the 2-year anniversary of the show that won't and will not ever, and when I say ever, I mean a never, ever, ever, a never, ever, ever, ever go away. Of course, we're talking about At Home with James. March 16th, 2020 is where it all began, and tonight is where it all begins again. What a show we've got on tap for you. I thank you so much for tuning in, whether you are watching on your computer, whether desktop or laptop, maybe a tablet, maybe a mobile device, maybe you are Chromecasting this onto your enormous HD TV, maybe you're watching on the couch, in bed, maybe you're watching from the toilet because you've got the runs, also known as diarrhea, also known as the Mississippi mud splatters. At least one of our guests does tonight. I'm not going to say who, but I will let you figure it out for yourself, because one of them always talks about their butthole. Again, I'm not going to be naming any names. I will let them do that. Here we are, the warm and comfortable confines of twitch.tv/athomewithjames, where this show took a turn after so many months in 2020, after the humble beginnings on Instagram Live. We are here. We are live. We are speeding through the information superhighway that is the internet. Now, we've done a variety of shows like this, so I don't want to turn this into a big sob fest. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to get too sentimental, but I want to get the thank yous out of the way. Now, I could spend an hour thanking everyone who helped in making this show is what it is, which is a very humble, modest success of a live stream. But I want to condense all of that, because when I thought, who's the most important person, right? The joke would be, I thank myself. I'm not going to do that. The easy thing would be is that I thank, Dave and Andy and Dimitri and Carla, anyone who's teched on this show. That'd be easy. Of course, I could thank the guests. That'd be even easier. The real heartfelt thing would be to thank the fans and the viewers and the audience. But I want to go a different direction. I want to condense and I want to consolidate this. This show wouldn't be possible without COVID-19. So from me to COVID-19, as it floats around our ecosystem, I say thank you. Without the advent of COVID-19, this show wouldn't exist. The connection that I have with the audience wouldn't exist. The collaborating that I've done with guests and control center masters would not exist. So I would like for us to take a moment, wherever you're watching, and thank COVID-19. I'll let you do that. So do your best. Thank you so much. What is happening on tonight's show? So much is happening. One thing that I have realized along the way that everyone loves, including myself, is a good old-fashioned panel full of fun. And you can't have a 2-year anniversary panel. We cannot burst into the terrible twos. We cannot be birthed into the twos without a Mount Rushmore, a League of Legends, if you will, joining this panel. So in just a few moments, we have got Sid Rock, Saima Ahmed, Racquel, Belmonte. What are they going to be doing? Well, of course, they're going to be answering questions from the mailbag. So many letters. We, as Dimitri likes to say, have been inundated with letters. We're going to be hearing from all sorts of fans in the at-home world, the homeowners, as I call them. Before we do that, I just referenced him. Let's get one of the true builders of this show right here. We're going to see what he's doing right here, right now, as he's celebrating. We're going to find out. Let's get Dimitri Kyres in here. He's working the control center tonight. Dimitri. Well, Dimitri, when you tech this show, you're known for a lot of funny sound effects. So this is really one of your trademarks.
Yep.
Happy anniversary, Dimitri.
Yeah. What?
I said happy anniversary.
Oh, no way. Nice.
Hold on. You didn't know this was the 2-year anniversary?
No, I just didn't know that you celebrated it.
Well, I celebrate everything on this show.
No, that's awesome. No, I'm just happy to hear that you do. That's it's cool. Yeah. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
why wouldn't I celebrate 2 years of doing an internet show, right? People, they said I was crazy, right? I don't
No.
care what happens. The show stays.
I just think it's cool that you celebrate it, and I'm happy to see that you're still doing the same old thing. You know.
What do you mean the same? What does that mean? There's
I
a
don't
real
know.
tone.
It's
There's a real tone.
yeah. No.
I thought we would get on here and we'd be like laughing, having a great time. What do you mean the same old thing?
I just feel that and I'm about to give you some criticism, so
It's
let's
fine.
be mature about this. But I just feel that every time we do an anniversary show, you get sentimental, you do the thing off the top where you say, "I'm gonna thank the fans," but that'd be too easy, and I'm gonna thank the techs, and boy oh boy, they have a mountain, an atlas-sized burden on the, and you just
Hey,
do
hold on. Is this your impersonation of me?
Yeah.
All right.
And then you go, oh, and then you do your spiel, and you get some people on, and we all get sentimental at the end. We say, oh, James, thank you for the opportunity, because when COVID happened, we didn't have. So for me, it's just the same old thing. So I took the liberty, and I made some arrangements.
You made some arrangements. So you're taking this 2 year anniversary into your own hands. Is that what I understand?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I just say that I kicked out the old wooden ship conductor out of the cockpit, and I'm taking this train somewhere a little bit more interesting, in my opinion.
Okay, so you're taking this ship off course, is what you're saying. You're the captain now.
You can call it off course. I say proper course. I say due course. I say that maybe it's been overdue is something I would say.
Okay, so for the first time ever, we're gonna have one of these milestone episodes. You're gonna give it a bit of a facelift, as I understand.
Yeah. I mean, I just figured that we'd celebrate something right, and yeah. I mean, I've got something special planned, I think.
Okay, would you like to give us any type of hints, something like that, to whet our palates?
No, I just leave your imagination wander, and I just think that I'm really excited to be celebrating this show. I'm excited to celebrate this business, this thing that got put together in such a crucial and desperate time. So I'm just
Okay,
excited.
well, fair enough. Look, I'm excited for it, and Dimitri, I think it goes without saying. I just want to take a second, and I don't want to get too sentimental. I just want to say that without your help, none of this would be possible.
You see what I have to do? I have to do fart noises, James, because
Why did you have to do it?
I can't do this anymore. How many episodes? We're gonna do this for the
Okay.
300 and the
Okay,
400.
you're saying I'm too sentimental.
Look, I can't get into this with you again.
Look, it's fine. Okay, look, I'm excited.
James.
I'm excited. I just want to say before we get on with the show, I from the bottom, I appreciate that you want to do something.
Gotta go, James. Inundated with mail. I gotta get going. All right.
All right. Well, thanks, Dimitri. I guess Dimitri's got some fun plans for us later tonight. Apparently, I'm too sentimental, right? And I said I wasn't going to get sentimental, but I'm going to do my best to try to keep my spirits high and keep things fun. And you can't spell fun without a combined spelling of each and every one of these three people's names. So please, let's welcome tonight's 2-year anniversary League of Legend panelists. This is exciting.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money,
Dollar.
All right. What an exciting introduction. Let's start over here. She came to us by way of Vancouver, British Columbia, right around summer 2020. She has now moved to Toronto, where she joins us in the same time zone. A weekly contributor, Racquel Belmonte. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Unky Jim Jim.
See, we can get sentimental. You get it.
I love crying. Let's fucking cry tonight.
Okay, look, I will do my best.
Cool.
Our next panelist joined us for the first time as part of a conspiracy night. He is often known as Dave Kaufman's best friend, the chief political correspondent of At Home, and the sheriff of the chat. He's been known to give me a hard time. Sid Rock. Sid, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, James. Congratulations on this. I'm happy to be here, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, I appreciate it. Sid, do you think you're going to be shedding any tears tonight?
Probably not.
All right.
But
Well,
hey,
yeah.
I'm open to the possibility.
Okay, great. Okay, so there might be some sentimentality here, Sid. I appreciate you
Maybe.
leaving yourself open to the possibility, but probably not. Last but certainly not least, I would say our resident expert in partying as well as fashion, Saima Ahmed. Saima, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you, James. I'm honored to be here.
Now, again, it's certainly my honor to have all of you here. This is a true League of Legends. If there's a Mount Rushmore. Really tapered off at the end. Look, this is a truly an extravagant, a who's who of guests on this show. As I mentioned off the top, of course, this is a mailbag edition of the panel. There's going to be some fan questions coming up here. I'm curious to know, are we excited to hear from the fans? Saima, let's start with you.
Always excited to hear from the fans. The show is for the fans, is it not?
Yeah, exactly. See, Saima, this is why you're a valued member of the team. The show is for the fans. Sid, let's go to you. How are we feeling about fan questions? Any type of questions maybe make you a little bit nervous, or?
I gotta say, I love hearing back from the fans. I think there should be more of it. I think people should add some kind of scrolling window to the side of the stream where fans could just constantly interact with you. That would be really cool. Someone should invent that on Twitch.
Now, Sid, we can address the elephant in the room. This is a bit of a trip down memory lane. You're notorious for accusing me of never interacting with the chat.
That is correct.
That is correct. Would you say that I've gotten better at it at least?
I guess technically, yes.
Well,
All right, I guess. Now, this is all to say that coming in from the chat right now, courtesy of a longtime legendary viewer, Boss Fracture, quote, "Aw, I want to see Sid cry." So it sounds like me and Racquel are not the only people primed to shed a tear.
I think we should all
Maybe.
just cry. Let's just do it. Let's just like hurt each other. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Why
Racquel,
not?
I don't want us to hurt each other, right?
All
But I
right.
do want
Well,
to know.
fuck me, I guess.
How do you look? We don't look, Racquel. Let's just relax. Have another sip of wine. Are
There
there
we
any
go.
types of? Are there any questions?
That felt like an attack.
Yeah, it's not an attack at all. We get along. We go way back. What are you thinking about these fan questions tonight? You feeling a little bit nervous, excited?
Bring them on, baby. I hope one of those horny old ladies that always pop up when I'm on the show, I hope that one of them show up tonight. I hope they ask so many questions.
Right. You might be talking about legendary caller Sylvia, who's been trying to coerce Dave Kaufman into having an affair.
Her, and there's one named Laura or Lorna or...
Oh, you're talking about Lornette, legendary singer who was in the chat some weeks ago, who is hitting on everyone and everything.
Yes.
Well, let's dip into the mailbag. Dimitri has sent a variety of questions. Again, look, we have not pre-proofed these. These are going to be as on the spot as they can be. The first question comes from Janet Gervais, and she's mailing from Griffintown. She says, "Hi, everyone. To begin, congratulations on 1 year of broadcasting the Live with James show." All right. Well, Janet got the amount of years wrong and the name of the show wrong. She goes on to say, "I'm going to get right to the point. No beating around the bush. Let's make this sticky, sweet, and one hell of a treat." Racquel, you might be getting your wish for a horny old lady, but I don't know. I'm curious to know what some of your favorite show moments have been. Don't be shy. You can tell me. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, yes, I have been drinking and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, no matter how many times my daughter Colleen tells me to. All right. Well, that comes from Janet Gervais in Griffintown. We're talking.
I have the nagging feeling that letter was written in the afternoon.
Yeah, well, look, since the letters are coming from Montreal to Montreal, it's very possible and plausible that Janet Gervais was drinking, sent that letter around noon, and it got to me by about 3:00.
Yeah.
Favorite show moments? Saima, let's start with you. Do any show moments stick out for you?
for me personally, I think it was not this Halloween, but last Halloween, when we were talking about Halloween parties and you kept on talking about it being a sexy time, and I believe I made some type of joke, and I've never seen you like so shook in your life. I think that one really stands out. But for episodes that I haven't been on, I particularly like Dave's COVID-69. What do you want to call that? Time? I'm a fan.
Well, I think that was not Dave.
Oh,
That was former contributor Steph Mercier-Boyer, but Dave and Steph
Oh,
are
right.
they're often mistaken for each other due to their breast size. Racquel,
I gotta go.
Racquel, let's
My favorite show moment right fucking now, baby.
oh sure, yeah.
You can't
Tell
make
us
this. No, I'm joking. I don't
Yeah.
know. You guys are quite oh man, there's so many things. I loved personally. I'll make it about me.
Yeah, that's fine.
My baby onesie thing I thought was pretty inspiring, iconic, innovative, transcendent, perfect.
Right, we're talking about when you brought samples of gifts that you wanted to give to your niece, and one of them was a onesie with an erect penis on it that we had to blur out due to fear
Yes.
of getting kicked off of Twitch.
Sure, but I think one thing, and I wanted to go on record again to say, I didn't make that onesie, and I feel like there was some confusion along the line. You guys were like, "Oh, why would you bring this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I brought it. I didn't make it." I felt like there was a lot of blame put on me.
Yeah, I think that the blame was more towards the fact that it could have had our channel scrubbed from Twitch.
Look at us, baby. 2 years later, nothing happened.
It's
Still
true.
here.
We're still here. We're still here now.
We're
Sid,
still
let's go to
here.
you, right? You've seen it all, you've experienced it all. Favorite show moments.
I have difficulty picking between my top two, and they're basically characters who have appeared on the show multiple times. Well, actually, one of them is a character, one of them is a real person. The character in question being Sleazy Darren, who's a
Yeah.
classic, and the real person being, of course, Carmen's twin brother, Connor.
Yeah, of course, right? So Connor Rose is really, I think, someone that took this this show to a new level. Connor was supposed to be here tonight. Connor has COVID for a third time.
Again? Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So those are some show moments. So that's the response to Janet Gervais' question. And oh, there was also a follow-up to Janet's. It said, P.S. Dave is hot.
Nice.
All right,
Oh.
so yeah, Janet Gervais is a horny older lady.
Cool.
So there we go. We're going to move on to our next question. This one comes from Fred Grandoni.
Uh-oh, he sounds Italian.
Well, I mean, with a name like that, he's getting to us from St. Leonard, which is one of the more Italian parts of Montreal.
Yeah, that fits. That shoe
That
fits.
Fred writes, happy 2 years to the entire at-home team. This is quite an accomplishment. So to each and every one of you, I raise my glass of Brio in the air. Salute. So Fred Grandoni is definitely Italian. Goes on to write, I could ask a question to so many of my favorite contributors of the show, whether it's Sleazy Darren, Mean Business, Jack Kaufman, Daniel Parent, so on and so forth. I could go on forever, baby. But this question is for one person and one person alone. Oh boy. And it goes to the vivacious Racquel Belmonte.
Ooh.
Vivacious. No one's ever used
Vivacious
that
was
to
written in
describe
all,
me.
and it was written in all caps.
Yikes.
Fred Grandoni goes on to write, Racquel, you recently talked about your trip down the highway of heartbreak with the home hardware hot body.
Oh.
I'm here to tell you right now that he's a nothing. If this guy was face to face with me, I would throw him into a lake.
Yeah.
What I want to know is
Fred?
this. What does it take to win over a lady as luxurious as you?
Ooh, luxurious, vivacious. I can understand luxurious. Okay, now we're ready. What's
There's
the
also
question?
one.
How
There's
do
one
you-
last. There's
No.
one last portion.
Yeah.
So again,
long.
Fred writes, what I want to know is this. What does it take to win over a lady as luxurious of you? Also, are the rumors true? Are you secretly dating Andy?
No.
Okay.
Oh, how do you win me? I don't know. Be nice. Be in therapy if you have shit.
Mhm.
Being hot and tall helps. I'm very shallow.
Well, Andy is hot and tall.
I do not want to fucking hear it. Do you understand me? I thought he's not here. We're not going to talk about it. Great. No. Yeah, man. Wine and dine me, baby. My drink's empty, and I hope that explains my answer to that question.
All right. So Fred Grandoni, right there,
Ugh.
you have your answer. For Sid and Saima, any tips on how you think? Like, what advice maybe would you give for people trying to pick up the quote vivacious Racquel Belmonte?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, wine and dine, be a nice guy, buy her flowers, perhaps. You like
do that.
flowers? Yeah, buy
I
flowers.
can fuck with flowers.
But like spontaneous flowers, not flowers on like Valentine's Day, but like Tuesday flowers.
Sammy, you get
Mm.
me so well.
Forget
Yes.
about
What about
Darren. We
Sid,
should
what
date.
about you? I'm interested in what Sid would suggest.
Like, it's difficult for me to answer on behalf of someone else, but the tried and true, like, just don't be an asshole and
Mhm.
talk to her like she's a real person, and
Oh,
that's about it.
All
It's
right.
difficult. It's difficult for me to elaborate beyond
All
that.
right.
You know.
Yeah, and that's
James-
fair. And again,
James, how would you answer that, James? Out of curiosity.
what would I suggest for people looking to woo the luxurious lady known as Racquel Belmonte?
Yeah, dude, we've known each other for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Lay it on me. Oops.
Yeah, I would say this. It's clear that you really embrace and celebrate your Italian side. Well, I mean, this is based off of you've got some macaroni tattooed on your hand.
Sure do, baby.
All right.
What is up with me tonight? I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's clear you're inebriated, and that's fine, right? It's clearly that's the reason.
I've had one drink.
Look,
Have
I don't know.
eaten?
I don't know what
No.
your limit is. I'd say maybe it could be fun to pick almost like a cheesy Italian restaurant, and then you have a laugh with each other.
I love that actually.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. I fuck with that.
There's
Yeah.
a reason they
There
call
we
me
go.
there's a reason they call me Little Cutie. Let's move on to our next question. This one comes from Paula Romero, and she's living in NDG. Now, again, I don't know what her age is. If she's an older lady, certainly she's been watching Dave Kaufman walk down the street that he lives on.
This show has a surprisingly large older lady demographic.
I'm
That's
telling you,
really
it's
cool.
Dave. It's Dave.
Mm.
I've walked down the streets of NDG with this guy, and they stop and turn like he's life insurance.
James,
Let's-
that was a beautiful joke. That's my favorite show moment.
There we go. Yeah. This question again from Paula Romero in NDG. Hello to everyone. Longtime viewer, first time sender. So Saima, this one sounds like it's going to be for you. When I saw Saima was on the show, I knew that I had to send in a question. But before I do that, I would like to wish Saima a very happy and belated birthday. That's very nice.
Thank you, Paula. That's
Oh,
very nice.
happy birthday, Saima.
Thank you. Thank
Hey.
you.
Paula goes on to write, let's hope you enjoyed the company of a young man with a driver's license, unlike James. He. So Simon, this dates back to you talk about how you would prefer to be in the romantic company of a man who has a driver's license.
Yeah, I didn't say car though. Let this be clear. I just
Yeah.
said knows how to drive, which is a literal basic life skill.
And I would say to clarify for the people watching, for me, I have neither. Let's move on
Yeah.
to Paula's question. The reason I'm getting in touch has to do with some of your interactions with James on the show, Saima. Call me crazy, but do you think that James is obsessed with casual sex at parties and or other social gatherings? Thanks, Paula. All right, look, we have not skimmed through these, or at least I haven't. Saima, what do you think about this? This has been a topic that's come up. You talked about earlier the
Mhm.
Halloween episodes. I brought up how Halloween is it's basically a cesspool for sexual encounters.
Yes. I feel like Paula's like not too far off, but I feel like it's an obsession in the sense of like, when you like observe things from afar, like you're a voyeur. I feel like that's the vibe that you give off.
Okay, so I'm a watcher and an observer, but not
Yeah.
obsessive.
Like I could see you at a Halloween party and then two people making out and going to a room and you would kind of just like maybe wait outside the door or like get like a
Oh my,
call
what am
that?
I waiting for? To clean up after them, to make sure that the party's left as we got there? Let me clean up this semen for you guys. Coming in from our production chat, from our production assistant, Devin, he's accusing me of being a peeping Tom.
I was gonna say cuck. But
Oh, so
people
you're
Tom-
giving-
Oh
Raquel,
my
I thought you liked me. You're giving me cuck. Now Devin saying
I
in our
didn't-
production chat.
Well, hey, call a spade, call it cuck a cuck.
There
I
you
gotta
go.
say the notion of James being obsessed with casual sex at parties made no sense to me until you framed it as him being the passive observer, like a third party to other.
But like the
oh,
other
yeah,
people don't
that
even
could
realize that he's
happen.
there. Like
yeah.
You know, I want to say I don't like how everyone is really jumping in on this idea that I'm a voyeur and I'm listening to people having sex at parties.
Even the way you say sex makes us think we
Raquel,
know you watch people.
exactly.
Raquel, I say sex the same way that everyone else says sex. What are you talking about here?
Shucks. You really make a meal out of it. The front of your teeth, like shucks.
Sid, come on, you're on my side here, right?
No, he's not. Sid, don't you dare.
Coming in from the chat, this is from Boss Fracture. They write, James has taken an oath never to interfere. There we go. I think that's a compliment. I think
it's like
a
the
compliment.
first directive, the prime directive in Star Trek. You shall never interfere.
You can
in
observe but
someone's-
never
There we
interfere.
go.
That's his
Yeah.
oath.
Again,
He has that tattoo.
I am choosing to believe that it's a compliment, right? Well, okay, how about
sure.
this? If we're gonna, you know, if we're gonna get a little crazy. Also from the chat, we've got from Dinah Roses, bring Racquel Lactaid.
Oh my God. I just took Lactaid with my wine actually to try and choke down this HelloFresh meal I made for myself.
All right,
Yeah, bring me Lactaid.
So can I bring everyone together? Can
Yeah.
we agree that I'm not obsessed with casual sex at parties? Can we at least, okay, Raquel, you decline. Sid, how about you?
I feel like the thing bringing everyone together is that we are in agreement that you
Oh.
are obsessed. And there's many nods. Everyone's nodding in agreement.
I love you, James, but I gotta stay true to myself. And yeah.
Yeah,
I can't join you there, James.
We'll put a
James.
button. We'll put a button on this. Once again, from Devin, who's wasted in our production chat. He just called me a sex pest, which I resent.
Oh.
I resent that.
Someone should get you a t-shirt that says sex pest.
Oh yeah, it'll
You
go
should
right
wear
with
it.
my FBI female body inspector onesie that I wear. Let's go to another question. This one's coming in from Twitter. The username is at DB_improv rules. And again, it's from Twitter. So this is I don't know, this must have been a tweet thread, but let's get into it. Hey, everyone, I've got a question for Sid. Well, actually, it's a question with the hope for some advice, too. I'm someone who spends a lot of time in front of the computer. I mean, come on. Who among us hasn't over the past 2 years of this dreadful pandemic? Then in brackets, this user writes COVID-19, just to make sure we understood.
That's good.
Yep. DB_improv rules goes on to write, outside of boredom, there is one thing that has kept my eyes absolutely glued to my computer screen. No, I haven't gone down any Reddit rabbit holes, and I definitely haven't become a Minecraft mastermind. What keeps me... Oh
boy.
Oh. I don't have a bad feeling about this.
We're about to have a TOS violation.
Yeah, no, I think we're okay based on the wording. What keeps me locked, cocked, and in place of some... I've got to try this one more time. What keeps me locked, cocked, and in place is something of, well, let's just say the adult variety. Pardon my French, but I'll cut the crap. I've become what some might call a sommelier of smut, fluent in filth, and an expert in erotica. In short, I've been enjoying a wide variety of pornography, specifically of the high-def variety. The reason for my tweet, Sid, is that I know that you know your way around a web stream. You've had your own, but you also watch as well. Certainly, you've clued in on how some of these highly successful stream machines are able to monetize their broadcasts. What I want to know is this. Do you think there's value to me not only live streaming some of my favorite skin scenes, but creating a channel where I review what gets me growing, going, and blowing? Anyways, let me know. Signed, Dale.
Well, I thank you for the question. That was
It's really long.
yes, and
That was
I
a
gotta
tweet?
say,
Yeah, that was a
Based-
tweet, Saima. Yeah.
Yeah.
based on what you wrote, I would say that I if there was one thing you could monetize right away, it would be to pick a porno scene that you love and become like write like fan fiction spin-offs from that, you know, like maybe the pool boy has to, you know, get the the pool boy's job evaluation that happens like once a year or something like that.
Okay.
Because I gotta say, the sites where you can stream porn and not break TOS, they probably not interested in watching someone else just critiquing it. They want like the hard stuff, you know?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So Simon and Racquel, I want you to chime in on this. What do you think about this? Because I actually think, I don't know if it's a good idea, but I think there is something to the idea of someone. It's basically a pornography watch party, right? In the way that, you know, items have unboxing, or like, oh yeah, I love this scene in a movie when Angelina Jolie does this. This DB_improv rules wants to basically do live pornographic commentary. Racquel, what do you think about this idea? Is it a winner or a sinner?
I get it, but I'm gonna have to go with Sinner. Also, this sounds like something that's right up your alley. I feel like you would really enjoy this.
How is it? It would only be up my alley if it was someone in their bedroom watching pornography and I was on the outside of the
There
room
we go.
observing it.
True, but how cool would it be if you could just do it from your own house? COVID, right? That's what got
Sure.
us here. Maybe that's what's gonna get. I'm tired. I'm not saying anything else.
Yeah.
That a Sinner, bad.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. I think it's
All right.
fucking weird.
I have
You know,
a suggestion for this
Simon,
person.
please.
How about like an OnlyFans, where people they pay you they send you their favorite clip and they pay you to review it for them.
Oh, now see, I
Smart.
think that's a pretty interesting idea. Sid, what do you think about that? Right. I would say that of everyone on this show, you have an expert knowledge on what it means to have successful streams.
I think I like that idea. But I'm gonna stick with my first instinct, is that like I get how if you could somehow get paid to watch porn, that would be great. However, based on the question that you wrote and the way in which you wrote it, I would do everything I could to find a way to tap into your writing, because you're a very prominent writer. There's a lot of potential there. Maybe stream on the side and find something non-porn related to stream about,
Okay.
to flex that muscle too. But I could see, how can I say this? I could see a big future. There's a lot of money in romance novels. If you could like tone it down, if you can tone it down a peg, and instead of like raw porn, just like put it in soft. Yeah, instead of hardcore porn, just write softcore porn, and you can
Okay.
sell it as a romance novel. I think that would be the best path for you, DB_improv rules.
Yeah. Now, I would say that he does have a way with words, right? He called himself, what was it? What was this? It was the sommelier of smut and an expert in erotica. And then at the end, there was also some like fun rhyming. Wrote where review what gets me growing, going, and blowing.
Yeah. That's what pushed it over the edge.
Yeah. Now, Saima, what do you think about Sid's idea for DV underscore improv rules? Just kind of writing some soft fiction.
Well, I think he's going for like what's that thing called 50 Shades of Grey?
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's and potentially a movie deal down the line, maybe.
Mhm.
So go for it.
Now, what do you think about that, Racquel? If DB underscore improv rules moves away from raw porn to soft porn?
Hey, if Sid's telling him to do it, then absolutely yes. I'll do whatever. I thought it was beautiful advice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
I mean,
do I care for raw porn? That's gonna haunt me. I'm gonna have a dream about raw porn tonight, and it's gonna fuck me up for a week.
Yeah, I think it was.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
now
interrupted
you
you,
want to
Sid.
talk about the way that my inflection presents the word sex. I think Sid's inflection of raw porn was comparable.
I would not say that though. That's the thing. I think what Sid did was beautiful. I think what you did is shameful.
Shameful. There's nothing shameful about the way that I say sex, right? It's just normal. Sex. You're making it. You're
Like
making me
angry.
sound. Yeah, I'm definitely not angry. Now, coming in from the chat, legendary viewer Naiva Adventures suggests, James, you can read erotic novels similar in the taste of 50 Shades of Grey. What if we did maybe an erotica night, right? Madonna had that erotica book, that book Sex, right? In the late 80s, early 90s. What if we had an erotica night?
Are you asking us?
Well, the reviews are in from the control center. Yeah. Now, what do you think about that, right?
I was hoping for a sound effect.
Yeah, you got one, Sid. You got one.
I feel like when people think of At Home with James, and don't take this the wrong way,
Yep.
erotica is not really what comes to mind, and
What do
that's
you
not what
think
people
comes
are
to mind,
tuning in
Saima?
for.
What do you think comes to mind?
Everything but that, perhaps.
All right. Look, I can be erotic. I can read in the tone of erotica, right? Racquel, you and I, we share a gift, right? Our vocal cords.
True.
You know,
so
I
say
think-
something gross right now into your microphone.
No, if it's
James?
if it's erotic, it wouldn't be gross. If we're taking Sid's suggestion, he's suggesting it's not raw porn, it's soft porn.
Okay, then say something soft and pornographic into your microphone so we can make that decision.
Okay, well, if it was something soft and it was in the tone of a 50 Shades of Grey, it would be classy, right? So maybe something like, was it that moment that I
Whoa.
unbuttoned her blouse?
Whoa.
Actually,
Whoa.
See, right? I can be I can be an expert in erotica.
Yeah. That was
Maybe.
great.
Right?
have you
See?
thought of doing audiobooks, James?
No, and not until this moment. But again, he's wasted. But in our production chat right now, he's saying you've had a porn writer on the show. And I think, we're talking about AVN nominated Dimitri Kyres. For people who don't know, the Adult Video Awards, Dimitri was nominated. I feel like Dimitri could probably write some soft porn.
Well, he does have actual experience.
All right, so there you go again, right? So what do we think about that idea? Yeah, there we go. I was waiting for the sound effect, right? Well, guys, look, that's gonna do it for our panel here tonight. Look, I know
That's
Dimitri,
it?
we've been on
Wow.
this panel for 35 minutes, Raquel.
Roughly.
No, that felt like five minutes. Not
No,
even
It really
that felt
did
like
feel like 5
It
minutes.
did fly by.
It
did
flew
fly
by, but time
Absolutely.
flies when you're having fun. Raquel, I would say that maybe it went by fast. It's the wine talking.
James, I had one drink and it wasn't even a wine drink.
James, I feel like you're wine shaming her, and that's not cool.
I've been
you,
sex
Saima.
shamed
Thank-
all night long. I've been
You
sex
brought
shamed.
that on to yourself. I haven't done a single thing that I deserve to be wine shamed for.
This is what I want to say, right? I think that throughout the history of this show, there's been a lot of fun at my expense, and I think that you can't celebrate 2 years of this show without having a laugh at James's expense. So I do want to say, at the risk of getting sentimental, I want to thank all of you for being here and being such an integral part of the show. So what we're going to do a little bit more time to have everyone kind of share their last thoughts before we say goodbye to the panel. Saima, let's start with you. Final thoughts.
On the panel or the show?
Just anything you want.
Well, thank you, James, for doing the show for 2 years. I actually remember the very first show you had. I was at home quarantining, and I remember I was on my phone, I had nothing to do. I probably had like 3 beers, and I saw a little pop up on my phone. I was like, James is live. What? And then I saw like all my friends are here in the chat. People are joining in, and I remember for like that 1 hour that you were on it, I was literally like, this is so much fun. And the next night I tuned in and I kept tuning in. So thank you so much for starting your show and keeping it going. And I think it really brought people together and gave them something to laugh and for me, see my friends that I wasn't able to see and smile. So thank you.
That was very, very, very well put. Also very kind of you to say. Sid, let's go to you, right? You've been what we call the sheriff around these parts.
Yeah, I got play off of what Saima said. I know that this show was one of the reasons why in 2020 especially, like my mental health wise went a lot better than it could have with this a nightly way to eat, at least virtually hang out with people that you were all sad and sad that you couldn't see. So that was excellent. And it is a testament to your persistence that you kept it going and built a team around you too. That's amazing. So yeah, congratulations. And I don't have much more to add besides that.
Well, look, Sid, I consider you part of the team, and congratulations to you. Just wrapped up a run of the Sid stream. I've said it a couple times on this show as well to you. It takes a lot of moxie to go 1 hour alone live every week. I could never dare do that. It would end very poorly for me as well as my neighbors, I think. So, Sid, I appreciate that. Racquel, final words. We were all brought together by way of the internet. Last thoughts as we say goodnight to the panel.
Listen, James, I just want to say this. If you would have told me in 2020 that my best friend and somebody that I had met recently, Carla and Andy, would beg me to do this show and I had no idea what it was, and I kept saying no, and then finally I was like, fine. If you would have told me that would have happened, I would have never believed you. But it did, and I'm so happy I finally, hey, look at me. Let's look into each other's eyes for a sec. No, you can probably see my mustache if I go too close. I have it waxed. But James, it's so hard for me to be sentimental. And this has been a wonderful 2 years. I'm really happy that I've been doing this. This makes my week. And it's made having this shit happen to us so much nicer. And it's nice to have something to look forward to. And I got to meet all you, and I got to come see you guys. Like, I love it. I'm happy. That sounded angry, but I'm happy.
No, it's fine. Look, as someone who apparently has no tone control, I understand where you're coming from. I feel like, I couldn't have said it any better myself. I appreciate you guys so much. And I think in order to balance the scales, because that was very heartfelt, again, our production assistant, Devin, who came on in the past year and a half, he writes in our production chat, this show sucks.
Yeah.
Well, Racquel, Sid, and Saima, I want to thank you so much for being a part of the panel. Let's do this again sometime soon, okay?
Excellent.
Yeah, okay.
Happy anniversary.
This is the last
man.
show.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
That is Sid Ross, Racquel Belmonte.
Dollar.
No, you didn't mishear. As Racquel was being whooshed off of the screen, she said, wait, this isn't the last show? No, this is not the last show.
It might as well be, James.
Wait, Dimitri, you're back?
Yeah, I'm back. God.
Why may as well it be the last show?
Did you, man, come on. It's just the same sentimental thing happened.
Dimitri, I can't help it, right? But we had a lot of the fun flavor, right? People were picking on me, this and that.
Yeah, exactly. You see the way they brutalized you in front of everybody. This could have been different. We could have done a different show tonight. And instead, we did the same old, oh, it's 100. Oh, it's 50. It's 200. It's 500. And we're just always getting sentimental. You're always doing the same thing, James, over and over and over again.
Okay, well, how about I speak to that? I just feel like when you have people that come...
I've had enough.
Okay.
Had enough, James. And for that reason... For that reason, I've decided to hijack the show a little bit here, okay?
Your hijack. Yeah. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing something very special because you may
Are you
not
about to go
know.
skating in the Old Port?
Oh, maybe. If that's where I could find someone. But James, maybe 2 years today, but more importantly, it's 2-year anniversary of something very close to my heart and close to a lot of our hearts as well.
We're not talking about the show here.
Man, fuck the show. This show sucks. 2-year anniversary of a local business that was spawned in the middle of crisis and uncertainty. I talk, of course, about COVID-19. I thank it not for this show, but I thank it for another business that spawned at this very uncertain time. And for that, James, I really want to welcome somebody very special. And please give them a big round of applause because they've done the impossible. And I don't think anybody else has done it. But they have built a business and have thrived during COVID-19. I want you to help me welcome my friend, my teacher, Socratease.
Oh no.
Am I on? Am I on the show?
Yeah, Socratease, welcome to the 2-year anniversary of At Home with James. It's good to see you again.
Hey, thanks for having me on, James. Dimitri, looking good.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm glad
Okay.
you dressed like the Tinder swindler, just like I asked you to.
I mean,
Can I clarify something here, Dimitri? Of course, we're with Socratease, who is a pickup artist. Am I to understand that this is also the 2-year anniversary of Socratese's Socratease College, a pickup artist school?
Well, technically, it's the 2-year anniversary of our online division.
So yeah, so the pandemic forced you to move your classes online. You're still online.
We're still online. It's a raving success. I've been able to teach people all around the world how to pick up. And now we even have people picking up in the metaverse.
Wait, you moved the Socratease College to the metaverse?
you can be
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
you want to be online, James.
You can be anybody you want to be, and that includes a player.
You can have anything you want. Anything.
What does that include?
What's your wildest dreams?
Keep doing the Morpheus thing, Dimitri.
Okay, so I want to get into a couple things here. First, again, Socratease, you've been here over the past, I would say, year or so. You were part of the unaired footage episode when you made your debut, and people loved you so much that they wanted you back. You're clearly broadcasting tonight from your nightclub, which is known as
Sucker, please, James.
Sucker Please, which might be the most upsetting name for a nightclub.
Why's that?
Well, it just sounds really threatening.
It's better than Trash Bar.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Trash bar located in the heart of Boulevard Saint Laurent. You're there at your nightclub Sucker Please, where you have a night of events. Of course, bars are now open. You can be full capacity. This is a celebration for you tonight as well. So we're both celebrating. And am I to understand that Dimitri was one of your students?
Yeah, Dimitri, he started on our level 1 courses, and he's come up the ranks, and now he's in conservatory.
Yeah, I pay for my classes by doing some venue managing.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're part of a trade program?
Yeah,
I
he does a
clean up the
trade
club
program.
after they're done, and it helps me pay with my advanced class right now that I'm taking called Scene Study.
Yeah,
Scene study?
yeah, the nightclub scene.
Okay, so let's look, if we're gonna kind of go back in time about the At Home show, let's go back in time. What was Dimitri like when he first came to you, Socratease?
You know, he was a little shy. He didn't. You could tell when we start people off with the warm-up exercises who's going to be into it and who's going to be.
You do warm-up exercises at your pickup school?
Yeah, you got to warm up before you get in there and pick people up.
All right, well,
Yes.
Dimitri, let's go to you. How did you feel on your first day of level 1 at Socratease College?
Yeah, I came in quite raw and unfiltered, and I quickly realized that this person was legit and the curriculum had been really refined, and honestly, I knew that I was about to grow. Some of the exercises at first were throwing me off. A lot of them were a lot of retaining names, remembering favorite kind of activities, interests, asking questions, and then zip, zap, zop really kind of threw me.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You do zip, zap, zop as well?
Yeah.
Can I understand the relevance of that as part of a pickup artist lesson?
Keeps you focused. Dimitri really came into his own when we introduced taps.
Wait, hold on. Now I'm aware of taps or tags in the improv world. What is a tap?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about tapping that ass.
Wait, okay, so taps in the pickup world is tapping that ass.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to tell us like how he excelled is in learning taps?
His his approach, his follow through on the swing.
All right,
And-
Dimitri, let's go to you. What was something that maybe you were lacking when you were tapping that ass that you learned through Socratease?
Yeah, I would say confidence was my big one. Approach, obviously,
That's
the
right.
approach is the most important part.
We really worked on that. Yeah.
I appreciate, yeah, and it was hard at first, but yeah, he got a lot out of me, and now I'm getting a lot out of it.
All right, so
Dimitri might even move to Toronto.
Dimitri is excelling so fast as a pickup artist that he might move to Toronto, where all the pickup artists go.
Yeah, that's where the big nightclub scene in Canada is.
Right.
Yeah, I'm nervous about it, but on to greener and brighter things.
Well, I want to ask you, Socratease, what was something that really you saw in Dimitri, right? You said that, and of course, Dimitri said that he came to you raw and unfiltered. Was there anything, an intangible that you saw in him that maybe he didn't quite see in himself? Not limited to, but not excluding taps.
Well, his body.
Sure. Yeah. What about it?
It was hot. It was good. I liked it.
Was there anything that you did to help him kind of expose that body or kind of present it for more than what he was presenting it as?
Yeah, I introduced him to fishnet shirts.
All right. What else?
What else?
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff. I got him going to the gym.
Yep.
I have a leather shirt that just stops right before the nipple, and everything else below is exposed, and only does sleeves and pec high, and a collar.
Well,
yeah, we made that shirt in one of our general workshops. So
it was a pleasure working with that scrap leather. That it's salvaged leather, so it's really special to do.
So if you have a material you want to make a crop top shirt with, come on down Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. every second Wednesday night of the month. We have our open workshop free. Bring the materials that you want to bring, and we'll make sure that you get some nice flair to attract the ladies or the gentlemen, depending on what you're into. Because it's not only men that can be pickup artists. Anybody can be a pickup artist.
Sure. Yeah.
You have to be 18 plus though.
18 plus. Well, that's very good that you're thinking about that. Now, I'm curious to know something that you often bring up.
Sorry, James.
For what?
That we're excluding the younger people.
No, I'm not. You're not excited. I don't think that that's probably an environment for youngsters. Why would you? Why you don't have to apologize for me?
Okay, sure.
Now, something and a concept you've brought up countless times on this show is the art of negging.
Sure,
would you like to explain what negging is?
Dimitri,
do
you want to show James what you've learned, or do you want me to go for it?
No, you go for it. I'm just
he can be shy sometimes still. This is something that we're breaking down still, James.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So negging is a light insult to lower the self-esteem of your potential targets so that they can be accepting to your advances.
Right. Okay. That was very concisely described. Now, Dimitri, how did you take to negging?
I wasn't good at it at first.
He was too nice.
I was too nice. Becoming a real dirtbag is part of the deconstruction process. But ultimately something that I took to like a moth to flame once I really understood what were the fruits to bear from doing the due diligence of working hard and getting into the negging art.
Well, I want to follow up on something
you work hard so you can play hard later.
Now, is that true, Dimitri? Would you say that the work hard leads to playing hard? Well, I guess we'll leave it at that. Socratease, I want to go to you. You mentioned that Dimitri is now a member of your conservatory program.
Yeah.
What goes into the conservatory program at Socratease College?
Well, it's all our top students. It's sort of a training program to be on the faculty later on. It's all not everybody who just because you start taking classes at Socratease College, don't expect to get into the conservatory program.
I'm sure a lot of people, they write these mental contracts in their brain thinking they're entitled to things that nobody said they were.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take a level 4 or a level 5 again, really let the lessons percolate. But Dimitri, he was a natural. So he came up, conservatory is about 12 students, top tier, top ass getters.
Wait, hold on. What was that? Top what?
Ass getters?
Ass getters?
Yeah, getters. People who pull in ass.
Pulling ass.
James, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just clarifying.
This is level 1 stuff.
Yeah, this is really, you didn't show up to some of the classes that I offered you complimentary, so you're really missing.
You're right.
Some
I
of the
showed up.
vernacular.
When you say I didn't show up to some of them, I showed up to none of them.
We've got our own semiotics and discourse that we like to use, sort of like an internal vocab. And if you don't pick up on the terminology, it's because you're not immersed in the scene enough, perhaps.
Look. As the person who's conducting the conversation, I try to follow up on things for people who may not understand what you're saying.
Sure, but you really didn't know yourself.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's much to understand with the term ass getters.
So do I.
Then we agree.
Great. Anyway, Dimitri was fantastic at getting ass. So, our conservatory, we basically put them in real world scenarios. We give them the keys to the VIP, so to speak, and they go to a bunch of different clubs, and they spread the word of their lord Socratease.
The Lord? You've been calling yourself the Lord?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dimitri, let me ask you a question, right? Before you went to Socratease College, how would you say that you have differed from getting ass then to getting ass now, right?
Yeah, it's a good question. I try not to think about who I was, more so who I am now. Back then, I'd probably say I was a bit of a paper plane in the wind, really no direction, kind of wet and soggy, landing in a pile of shit. I wasn't too happy with where I was at. And now, I mean, I have the confidence to not only pick up as much, an abundance of ass, but have taken those skills and really had them translate to the workplace. And my career has actually never been better.
I would say now he's a real plane and he's soaring around the world.
All right. Well, so this is very exciting. So Socratease, this must be great for you as you celebrate your 2-year anniversary of your online department of classes as much as I'm celebrating 2 years of this show. You've got something really to be proud of here in Dimitri.
I'm very proud, and I'd like to make another announcement that I'm releasing a commemorative NFT to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of our online classes. So feel free to it's minting on Ethereum, and it's a 10,000 profile picture thing, and it's a 0.08 ETH or F, depending on how you like to pronounce it, for each NFT.
All right. Now,
and that gives you keys to the VIP.
All right, gives you keys to the VIP. Now, I'm curious to know, when you become an expert ass getter, Socratease, I can't imagine that's your real name. That's your work name. Is Dimitri going to be bestowed with a pickup name?
Well, I was going to save this for the ceremony.
There's a conservatory ceremony?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Graduation ceremony.
Yes.
Right.
But,
sir, you don't have to.
We're being put on the spot, and I'm going to call you, Dimitri, the Tinder swindler.
Okay.
I feel like that exists.
So does Socratease, James.
Yeah, but there's a play on words with yours.
He was a philosopher. From Greek.
Yeah, but you spell your name Socratease, as in like a tease. There's a play on words.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And so there's a play on words with the Tinder swindler.
Yeah, but it already exists.
Yeah, but I didn't tell you the spelling, did I?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the spelling?
So Tinder is spelled normal. Tinder. It's swindler, where things get a little bit crazy.
Would you like to spell it for us?
Yeah, I'd love to. SWINDLORD. Swindlord.
Got it. So I understand it is the Tinder swindlord.
Yeah.
All right. Now I noticed that the spelling, you really spelled it out really slow there. Is your focus being taken away at your nightclub right now?
Well, yes, I'm currently having sex.
Okay, so I was gonna ask right now, Dimitri, is this what you want to be? You want to be someone who's having sex in the middle of
Dimitri's
something?
currently having sex also.
Dimitri, you're having sex too right now.
Yes. Yeah, we're both having sex.
Again, I have to say that your ability to maintain your semblance of professionalism through this conversation is truly impressive.
Well, that's a whole class at the conservatory, James. We talk about how.
Was it part of a skill series?
It's a skill series, yeah. We bring in a special expert just to teach that one particular skill.
Who's the expert?
The Rock.
Hold on. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or is
No,
this
not Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
How does this guy spell his name?
Well, it's a little bit of a play on words.
Yeah, I understand. How does he spell it?
DAROCK.
All right, so Da Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah.
So as part of his skill series, he teaches you how to maintain conversation flawlessly while having sex.
Exactly. Just in case you're having an affair and your girlfriend calls.
All right, so you're telling this is part of the skill series that if you're having an affair,
Well, we don't condone cheating at the school.
Okay.
By no means. But
So-
if you're there
Yeah, if you're there.
and
Yeah.
she caught you on the bathroom, or anywhere around the house.
Yeah, what you would say,
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
right. Well, look, as we begin to wrap
Shaggy.
things up, yeah, there's a Shaggy lyric. Socrates, I asked the others any fond memories of appearing on this show over the past year or so that you've been here. I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't get a little sentimental with you.
Oh yeah, James. I mean, you really got me through COVID-19, and I was really on the down and dumps until your show saved my life.
It didn't have to be, so you could have just talked about a moment you were on the show.
Oh, I was so depressed. Thank God the James McGee show came around.
Well, Socrates, I want to thank you so much for being here. I want to congratulate you on 2 years.
Hey, congratulations to you too, James.
Oh, see, that felt sincere.
It wasn't.
All right. Dimitri, look, thanks so much for being here tonight, and I hope that the sex looks as good as it seems.
Thanks, James. Can I be honest with you?
Sure.
Don't mean to get sentimental or anything, but the time I spent with Socrates has been some of the best times of these last 2 years.
Sure, yeah, get sentimental.
And honestly, I don't think people give him a good enough rap because I know what he is, but Socrates is the best of them. And honestly, I think you could learn a thing or two from him. And I don't mean that you just think that he's a good guy. And he really got me through it, through a lot of this time where I wasn't just a wet paper plane. So I just want to take this time to say happy 2 years to Socrates because he deserved it. And I'm really proud of him.
Happy 2 years to Socrates College and his online classes, and congratulations to you for making it to the conservatory program.
Well, we got a big show next week, and I'm really excited. I'm going to invite my parents.
Wait, there's a show?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with it, but I'm going to invite my friends and family to come see me, and I'm really excited. I hope they come out and they're proud of me for what I do.
Well, Dimitri, look, I wish you the best of luck, and I thank you for everything over the past 2 years.
Oh, for the show? Yeah,
Yep.
whatever.
That was Dimitri Kyres. And folks, that's our show tonight. Of course, I want to thank Racquel Belmonte, Sid Rock, Saima Ahmed, and I guess Dimitri Kyres, as well as Socrates, the pickup artist. Thanks so much for watching, enjoying everything that we've been doing tonight, as well as all of the episodes that you've seen, all 353 of them. Episode 354 happens this Monday. That's right. We got no show this Friday. I apologize. I'll be on stage. Who knows what the future holds for this show? We got some fun stuff planned. I'm excited. We're going to see how things can get a little funky and freaky in 2022. Until then, I thank you so much. Happy anniversary to not only our guests, but you. Until then, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and be well.